Welcome to Wednesday night, everybody. We're gonna start things with a little bit of a game. Behind me are two very nervous gentlemen. I'll tell you why they're nervous. It's because they chose me to choose some items to play a fan favorite, What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
Yeah. So behind me, we've got a box. Tyler and Drew are about to leave the room. I'll show you guys what I have selected to put in the box. Very simple. Tyler and Drew simply reach in, feel it, guess what it is, and I will tell them if they're right or not. I promised that nothing would bite them, but I have my fingers crossed. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Are you guys ready? What do you think?
I don't know.
What do we think?
Yeah, what do you think,
I
Tyler?
don't feel good about this at all.
I feel good about it. I'm excited. Let's go. All right, you guys. Tyler and Drew just left. The first thing is pretty simple. It's Greek yogurt. It's one of my favorite things to have for breakfast. They're not gonna know that. It's also plain, so it tastes like sour cream. It's not flavored. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of Greek yogurt and scoop it onto the lid here. So I've got this Greek yogurt. Ew, it's pretty gross. It's been out of the fridge for a little while. So I'm gonna put it right there in the middle and let's see what they think it is.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Tyler, what's your heart rate right now?
I don't know. I don't have my watch, but it's up there.
Come on, where's
Drew's about to get a reading.
Wait for it.
8 minutes ago is 72 beats a minute. 102 right now.
Oh! Okay, so he's ready. All right, you guys can do this.
Okay, here we
3,
go.
2,
Don't look, Tyler. Don't
1.
look.
I'm not good at this right
Come on.
now. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
Put your hand down.
I can't. Oh, stop it.
Put your hand down.
Ah!
Reach down.
What is it?
Are we close?
I don't like it.
Reach down.
I don't like this.
So, I don't like it at all.
What is that?
Reach down.
Am I touching something?
Go!
Oh! What the heck are you doing? Why are you scaring me like that? What in the world?
You guys can do. Tyler, you're close. Just go down. A little.
No, I can't do it.
I'm at 111
I
now.
literally cannot do this
I'm
right
at
now.
111. Just touch it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Tyler's
It's fine.
hand is shaking.
Do this, bro. Like, this is something I'm
Okay,
literally-
it's not live. It's not live. It's just gross.
What?
It's not live. It's not.
Oh,
It's
what
like-
is that?
All right, I have a guess. I gotta.
You gotta write it down. You gotta write it down.
All right.
What is that called?
You can taste
All right,
it.
I got. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Tyler, you're really close. It's Greek yogurt.
Oh.
Unflavored. It's unflavored Greek yogurt.
Unflavored Greek
Yes.
yogurt, and I put sour cream.
So I don't know. I feel like Tyler kind of gets that because it
Greek
tastes.
yogurt is a substitute for sour
Yes. So literally before this, I tasted a little for them, and I was like, it's plain, so it tastes just like sour cream.
I think you get.
So
that.
I
You
think
get a
Tyler
point.
gets a point.
Yes!
All right, you guys, we're gonna be back with round 2 later in the service, but let's get ready for worship.
shackled to the way I was.
right, you guys. So for this next one, I have a tomato. Something tells me this one's gonna freak them out because of the consistency, because it's actually kind of like, I used it for taco night the other night, so it's cut up. It's been in the freezer, so it's a little bit icy, so I don't know, I think this one's gonna freak them out. And we're gonna see what they think. All right, guys, come on in. All right, you guys can do this.
Can we just go?
Yo, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, is that you?
That's me? What are you doing? I can't. Oh,
I'm just gonna push yours down.
Okay.
I don't like it at all.
You're gonna have to press kind of hard on this one. You have to firmly press.
Is it gonna make
What
you
are you-
mad?
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
Press firmly.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know if it's alive or not, bro. I don't know.
Oh no, you made it scared. It jumped.
It jumped.
It jumped.
I'm scared.
It ran across the thing.
What are you talking about? It ran. You said it wasn't gonna
I
bite
didn't hear it.
it.
She's messing with us. She's messing
You
with
guys
us.
made it jump across the thing.
She's messing with us. Which direction did it go?
It's right by Tyler's hand. It's right under.
Why?
It's right under Tyler's hand.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Okay, here we
Was that
go.
you? Was that you?
Yes, that
After
was
test?
me.
Golly.
All right, here we go. Whoa. Okay.
I didn't touch it, by the way, a while ago. I
I don't think it's alive.
It's not.
It's not
anymore.
moving.
It's,
Yeah, it's down. Ooh. Ooh.
Am I near it?
I don't know, bro.
I'm just-
yes,
feeling
you're
the
right.
box.
You're really close, Drew. You're really close.
Where do I need to go?
Oh.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, it's
Just-
cold.
Yes, keep going.
And it's, oh. Okay.
It's okay.
Oh.
Easy.
Oh.
Easy.
Okay.
Still got the Greek yogurt on.
Okay. Dude, I don't know what that is.
It's firm. What is it? Did it really jump over there or did we knock it over there?
We'll have to see.
Is that your hand?
Yeah, that's mine. And the paper towel.
I don't like it.
Okay. I don't
Do you have a guess? Oh, okay, I'm guessing. I gotta guess.
Oh.
Firm, Tyler. Firm.
Oh, golly, bum. I don't know, man.
What is
It's a
that
little
called?
gross.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get it.
All right.
I think Tyler's gonna
On 3, 1, 2, 3. An oyster, cold produce, Tyler. It is half of a tomato.
That's awful,
It's
man.
half a tomato.
That felt.
All right, you guys, that was round 2. We'll be coming up on our 3rd and final round later on in the service, but right now, let's continue worshiping.
All right, so before we jump into our next song, we're going to be kicking off a new series, Love and Hate. And what we're going to be kind of leaning into, the big thought for tonight is it's so easy for us as Christians to be known not who we're for, but what we're against. Different people groups that we're against, people that we don't really identify, people that we are not comfortable being around, ones that we just judge on appearance. We treat whole groups of people not on an individual basis, not seeing them as people with a heart and a soul and a story, but we can just, it's so easy just to categorize, push everybody off to the side, and write them off. And we miss the opportunity that God has given us to reflect His love in so many different ways. And I was talking with a friend today, and we were just amazed at the fact that God could reflect His love in 8 billion different ways. His story, the unique story of the gospel never changes, but how it comes out through us, the way that we can share His love, there's no comparison. And so we have an opportunity in this moment, even in the middle of quarantine, when we're stuck together as family, when we're getting on each other's nerves, when we're seeing the constant negativity and the anxiety and things that are kind of rolling through our feeds, to instead of just getting to the point where we're just like, oh, I can't stand this, and moving into that place where we're just against so many different things, we can see and try and see the people behind it and ask God, move our hearts, give us eyes to see, give us ears to hear and understand, and give us an opportunity to share your amazing love as it's reflected through me. So maybe if you've kind of spiraled into that negative space, you can take a moment as we're going into this next song. And this can kind of become your prayer of God, just overwhelm me with your love. Because you would never stop pursuing me. You never wrote me off. There was never a moment where I was a category to you. There was never a moment where I wasn't worth pursuing. You came after me with all that you have. And so what could I do except share that with everyone around me? There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, I'll fight till I found peace of 99. And I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, till you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah.
We live in a world where we use the words love and hate pretty loosely. For example, you may say you love Lucky Charms cereal, but you hate Justin Bieber. You may say you love Marvel movies, but you hate cats. You get the idea. We live in a love-hate culture. Love is a big deal to us. Most of the biggest movies in the theaters have a love story attached to them. A lot of songs that top the charts are about love. Americans alone spent $20.7 billion on Valentine's Day. In the church, we talk about how God loves you and you should love one another. On the other hand, though, we live in a culture that loves to hate on other people or ideas. We bash people on social media, we have opinions on everything, and we form judgments about people we don't even know based simply on their Instagram grids. So if love is such a big deal, why does it seem like hating on people is such a natural part of our lives? There's a lot we could say about the different ways people hate on people, but because we have limited time together today, we're gonna focus on just one: gossip. Now, before you roll your eyes and think I'm hating on anybody who hates on somebody else by gossiping, just hear me out for a second, because adults are just as bad as teenagers. But you have to admit that it's a big deal in high school. Am I right or am I right? Think about it. Aren't a lot of the conversations you have about other people? Isn't it true that rumors have ruined some of your classmates' reputations? Don't you sometimes hear stories that seem a bit sketchy on details, but they're full of interesting dirt, so it's fun to talk about? You may be thinking, I don't talk about other people, but I know people who do all the time. But the truth is, we all need to take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves if we contribute to this form of hating. I mean, with all the things we have going on in our lives, why is it so easy to spend time gossiping about other people? Why does gossip have such a strong appeal to us all? I think there's a few big reasons why. Number one, our insecurities. If we can point out what's wrong with other people, it helps us cover up what we feel insecure about within ourselves. Another one is easy bonding. There's no better way to get in with a group of people than by contributing and connecting through gossip. Another could be fun. It's highly entertaining to be the first person to know the juicy details or be in the middle of breaking news about other people. Another could be competitive advantage. Some of us want to be the best, so we'll cut other people down just to show that we are. Or maybe it's truth. Sometimes we justify gossip with the fact that what we're talking about is actually true. We think it's okay because the people we're talking about deserve it or brought it on themselves. Or it could be innocent intentions. Sometimes we just have BFFs that we share everything with, and sometimes everything includes gossip. Like I already mentioned, gossip is an adult thing too. So it's not like you've gotten a lot of great modeling on this topic from people who are older than you. We know parents, teachers, coaches who all tell too much. There are shows, podcasts, YouTube channels dedicated to gossiping about and hating on other people. Social media has ramped this up for sure. You know about subtweeting. And there are famous celebrities who literally are only famous because people gossip about them. They haven't released an album, acted in a movie, or even invented anything world-changing, but they seem to be the trending topic all the time. What a crazy time to be alive. But isn't it true that although gossip is a naturally accepted part of our culture, there's something inside all of us that knows it's not good? I mean, if you've ever been gossiped about, you know how terrible it feels. It's not fun to be the subject of other people's conversations, especially when they don't have all the details or even know you. I know for me, the only time I want people talking behind my back is if they're complimenting me. Anything else, it just hurts. If gossip is, in fact, a big deal, how should we handle it? Well, let's talk about that together. Interestingly enough, someone who lived a couple thousand years ago might have written some of the best advice on this particular topic. His name is Paul, and he's one of the most famous Christians to ever live. His life was dedicated to starting churches and telling everybody he ran in contact with about Jesus. He would often write letters to the churches he had planted, and eventually some of those letters will become what we call books of the Bible. One of those letters is now called the Book of Ephesians. It was written to a group of Christians in the ancient city of Ephesus, which was a bustling port city full of culture, diversity, and religions. It was a town full of a bunch of people with a bunch of differences. This type of setting is the perfect fuel for gossip. There was plenty to talk about, plenty to disagree on, and plenty to judge. In fact, for the people Paul wrote to, Jesus followers, it would have been easy for them to judge what they saw in the people of that town. And it would have been super easy for them to gossip. But Paul wanted the Christians in Ephesus to operate differently than culture. So his letter is all about them, as followers of Jesus, living unique lives. Here's what he had to say. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. In this one sentence, Paul makes it clear that unwholesome talk is not supposed to be a part of our lives. This letter was originally written in Greek, and if we were to look at the original word for unwholesome in the Greek, one of its meanings is rotten. And that, y'all, is a great word to describe what gossip is. Gossip rots our friendships, relationships, and reputations. This isn't what we want to produce with our lives, is it? We don't want to be people who put out a rotten vibe. When we participate in or initiate gossip, we're actually contributing to the rotting of some of the things that matter most to us and the people around us. In fact, not only does it rot things around you, it might actually be an indication of something unwholesome on the inside of you. Jesus himself talked about this. It's not what goes into your body that defiles you. You are defiled by what comes from your heart. According to Jesus, what comes out of you says a lot about what's within you. When you gossip, it shows something about you. More than the words you speak, it's about the motivation that causes you to say certain things or participate in certain conversations. It's an issue of the heart. But back to Paul. He gives us an alternative to the unwholesome gossip. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. In other words, if you choose to put the needs of others ahead of your own, and when you think about who a person is, instead of just judging them, you'll stop yourself from gossiping. You'll think about them before you speak about them. If you choose to build others up, care about their needs, and help them, you'll choose words that benefit them instead of words that bash them. I get that this is a lot easier said than done. Trust me, I do. In a world where gossip is really trendy, it's hard to be the guy or girl who chooses wholesome over unwholesome. I mean, that just sounds boring, doesn't it? But I think it will help you to think about it through the filter of this question. What do you want to be all about? Do you want to be known as someone who loves others, or as someone who is simply a hater? The good news is that you have a choice. You get to decide who you want to be and what you will be known for. The bad news is that you can become known for being someone who is viewed as a hater if you choose to take part in the gossip that is all around you. But I want you to know that God wants you to be all about something else. That's why He gives you the power to be different. Just because gossip is fun, normal, or even trendy, it doesn't mean you have to participate. Instead, you and I could choose to be about something else. We could seek the kind of reputation Paul talked about, one where we're known as people who use words to help others, build others up, and make their needs a priority. We simply choose love over hate. Think of it this way. let love be what you're all about. Of all the things we could be known for, let's start with the thing that Jesus said was the greatest, love. This starts in our hearts, with us making a decision to value and care about other people. It then transfers to our words. We all have a way of deciding what we say. Here are a few of the filters we commonly use. Will it make me look funny? Will it make me look cool? Will it make me look smart? Is it mostly true? These filters often lead to unwholesome talk. And before we know it, something rotten comes out of our mouths. We need a new filter, and I really like the one Paul gives us because it ties in perfectly if we want to be people who are all about love. It's a very straightforward filter, and it goes like this. Is this helpful? Before you and I say anything, we should use this filter. In fact, we can put it into practice immediately. We can start today in small group. We can start today when we get home. All we need to ask is, will these words be helpful? Will they build others up? Will they show the world that I'm all about loving others? If we choose to be all about love and use this filter, the words we should and shouldn't use will become really clear. It's actually pretty amazing how practical a filter that's thousands of years old is in today's world. Imagine for a moment, if just those of us in this room chose to let love be what we're all about, and we chose not to build our lives around gossip and negative talk. Imagine if we chose to be people who use words to help and build up others. This would have an impact on the world around us. In fact, it may just change the view some people have of Christians. Imagine if Christians were known for being all about love instead of hate. How much more appealing would it be to follow God? How much more magnetic would the church be? All of us get to decide whether we'll be known for being about love or being a hater. Let's let love be what we're all about.
I have saved the best for last. So you guys go outside.
Say things with us around.
The best for last. These are crawfish. Look, I don't know if you can see. I don't think I'm just gonna put one. I think I'm gonna put like 3 or 4. So this is gonna take a minute. Okay. You guys, these things smell terrible. Ew. Ew. Can you hear that? It's like crunchy. I don't know if it's in focus, but it's a whole crawfish. Y'all, they smell so bad. Whoa. Ew. Look at this monster.
Dude, I'll let you pioneer this one. You know what I'm talking about.
Why would you make the gagging noise? I'm already getting there.
It
I'm already
smells
gagging
so
my-
bad.
Wait. Oh.
It smells pretty stanky.
I don't smell anything. I'm just already geared up.
Oh.
I don't think it can bite you.
You're the worst.
I don't think it can
You
bite you.
are the worst.
You don't think it can?
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think? Either it can or it can't.
I Googled it before.
I don't hear anything.
This is something alive, isn't it?
Silent killer.
Rock, paper,
Tyler,
scissors,
you
see
have
who
to
goes
do
first.
it.
No.
You guys have to go together. 3,
All right, 3, 2, 1. Get your hand in
1,
there.
go.
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like it.
It's pretty nasty.
I'm a big sissy. Oh, I just
You just
can't
need to
do
go
it.
straight down. There's a couple, so you're gonna.
I just can't do this.
I don't know.
I can't do it.
Straight down.
You have no idea how tense my body is right now, man. Everything. you
Drew,
do is
heart
just
rate
like-
check. Heart rate check.
Okay. I've calmed from before.
I can't do it.
I'm up to 98.
Okay, so you're cool.
Round
do
1,
it.
I think I peaked at like 111.
Hand down. You can do it.
I can't do it.
You just need to.
Trying to-
But you need to be assertive.
Where's yours?
What do you mean?
What do you mean be assertive?
What does that mean?
You don't need to leave any room for.
Why is it? Why? Why are you doing that?
It smells so bad. Hand down.
Whoa, what was that? Okay.
Hand down.
Okay. I was like, that thing grew. It grew.
You can do it.
Why didn't you wear your watch? All right, I'm doing it. No!
What was it?
I don't know. It was cold and firm and wet.
Oh.
I don't smell it. I just.
The big one's in the back, so just bear that in mind.
What?
The big,
I don't like
the
this.
biggest one, I think the male is in the back.
What'd you pull out of the woods?
You smell bad. I'm just doing it. I think I have a guess already. Ooh, it's got a.
I can't do this.
Tyler, you can do it.
I literally
You
cannot
said
do
it,
this.
guys, you can do it. It didn't bite him, you can do it.
I can't do this.
Do it.
can
I
do
think
it.
you're safe. My guess means you're safe.
All right, what if, hey,
Wait,
what if you
you've
close
been
your
right
eyes
both
and
times,
put your
and I've
hands
been-
out and I'll put it in your hand?
Heck no.
Do it.
No.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yes, Tyler, eyes closed, hands out.
I can't. I
Eyes
literally.
closed, mouth open. You can do it.
Okay. All right.
You can do it. Come on,
Okay.
Tyler.
All right. You already got a guess for
I
real?
got a guess.
Can I just guess without touching it?
No, you
No, you have to touch it. Hands straight down. Assertive. Go.
No, I can't. I can't do it. Whoa! What was that? It was like a spike.
Hand down.
Oh, I touched it. I touched it.
All right, you can guess.
I touched it. I don't like it.
Write your guess down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Cactus hermit crabs. No, it is the delicious Cajun delicacy.
Oh, that's awful.
That
is
awful. Look at this guy.
That thing is huge.
He's
It would've-
nasty.
You just told us to smash that.
All right, thanks for joining us. Be back next week for our Wednesday night worship service. Hey y'all, it's Cletus the Crawdad here. I just want to remind you guys about our Instagram. Make sure you're checking out them there stories. We got another bracket challenge coming up for you. Small groups are happening for high schoolers right after the service tonight. Make sure you join us for those in middle school students. Small groups are on Sundays at 10:15 a.m. If y'all want to check out our phase-in strategy, you can hop on our website and see our plans there. We love y'all. Bye-bye.